my beloved child. Before the winds began to howl, before the sky turned dark, before the waves crashed in fury against the edges of your life, I was already here, not far away, not distant, not silent, but near, present, watching over you. You see the storm. You feel its breath on your neck. You hear its roar in your ears. And maybe you've wondered, where is God in all of this? Let me tell you where I am. I am not the chaos. I am not the fear. I am not the destruction. I am the stillness in the center. I am the whisper in the wind. I am the strength in your knees when you thought you'd collapse. I am the shelter. I always have been, and I always will be. You've weathered many things, child. You've walked through rains of sorrow, winds of change, lightning strikes of betrayal, floods of grief that tried to wash away all hope. But you're still here, not because of your own strength, though I've given you much. Not because you figured everything out, though your wisdom has grown. You're here because I held you, because I shielded what the storm could never touch. Your spirit, your soul, your eternity. There are things storms can shake. Structures, plans, expectations, routines. But there are things no storm can touch. My promises, my presence, my peace. I want you to understand this today. I am not watching you from a distance. I am not testing you. I am not punishing you. I am sheltering you in ways you do not yet see. The shelter I offer is not always escape. It's not always immediate calm. Sometimes it's strength to endure. Sometimes it's wisdom to see differently. Sometimes it's supernatural peace in natural chaos. You ask me, why don't you just stop the storm? But child, sometimes storms uncover what sunshine hides. Sometimes the shaking reveals what's eternal. Sometimes the dark helps you see the light. And in the storm you see me clearer. Because I'm not the one who ran away. I'm the one who ran toward you. You are not alone in this, not for 1 second. I am the shelter. Not just for the righteous, not just for the strong, not just for the ones who seem to have it all together. I am the shelter for the weary, for the frightened, for the exhausted, for the confused, for the ones who are barely holding on. That means I am the shelter for you. So come in from the wind, come in from the cold, come in from the confusion of trying to figure it all out. You don't have to earn a place here. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to pretend to be brave. You can cry here. You can question here. You can rest here. Because this shelter, me, is built on everlasting foundations. I don't crumble. I don't weaken. I don't shift when the world shakes. I remain. This is not the end of your story. This is not the storm that will destroy you. This is not the chapter where you are forgotten. You're in the middle of a holy unfolding. What you can't see yet, I already know. What you fear, I've already conquered. What you dread, I will transform. But for now, I ask you not to try and outrun the storm. I ask you to take shelter in me. Let me be your quiet. Let me be your steadiness. Let me be your answer. When the noise gets too loud, when the fear rushes in, when the storm feels like more than you can handle, turn to me. I will be your hiding place. I will be your unshakable ground. I will be your light through the darkness. And you will find, again and again, that I was never far, never still, never ignoring, never indifferent. I have been with you since the beginning. I am with you now, and I will carry you forward. The world may shake, but I am not shaken. And as long as you remain in me, neither will you be. Welcome home, child. This shelter was always meant for you, and I've been waiting to remind you, I am the shelter in your storm. Child, now that you've entered my presence and found this shelter of peace, I want to take you deeper, not away from the storm, but into the heart of what I'm doing through it. Because I want you to see that even in the storm, I have a purpose. Even in the chaos, I have a plan. And even in the shaking, I am not absent. I am building something eternal. I know how hard it is to trust when the winds roar louder than your thoughts. I know how exhausting it feels when each day brings news of more tragedy, more uncertainty, more confusion. I see how your heart aches for peace, not just in your home, but in your soul, your world, your future. And that is why I want you to understand. Storms are not just interruptions. They are often invitations. Invitations into deeper dependence on me. Invitations to lay down what you never needed to carry. Invitations to remember that your foundation is not in what the world offers, but in who I am. You may feel like you're standing in the rubble of dreams you once held. You may feel disoriented, unsure, overwhelmed. But look again. You're not standing in ruins. You're standing in renewal. Because I don't let storms come to destroy what I intend to use, and I never allow shaking without preparing to rebuild. You cry out, "Lord, why did you allow this to happen?" And child, I understand your cry. I welcome your honesty. But hear me gently say, I see beyond what you can. What looks like loss now may become the very thing that lifts you into greater strength. What feels like defeat may be the doorway to deliverance. You see fragments. I see future. You see what's been stripped away. I see the space I now have to build something unshakable within you. Let me show you something. The storm does not define you. Your identity is not found in the damage. Your value is not determined by how well you hold it all together. Your identity is found in me, and I do not change. I am the same before the storm, in the storm, and after the storm. And my love for you does not fluctuate with the forecast. I know how fragile you've felt lately, how much you've tried to be strong for others, how silently you've wept asking, when will this end? But I want to remind you, I see every tear. I count each one, and I am bottling them not as signs of weakness, but as sacred offerings. Because in the kingdom of heaven, your tears have meaning. They are seen. They are sown. They will bloom into something beautiful in time. This storm will pass. And when it does, you will look back, not just with relief, but with reverence. Because you will see how I carried you. You will remember how my spirit steadied your trembling. You will marvel at how your heart, once torn, became whole again in my hands. Don't rush through this storm, child. Don't numb it or try to escape it through distractions. Bring it to me. Bring me your questions. Bring me your heartbreak. Bring me your unbelief. I am not intimidated by your wrestling. I am not offended by your fear. In fact, storms are when your cries echo the loudest in heaven, and I lean in. When the thunder rises, when the sky turns black, when the pressure builds, I press even closer. Because I am not afraid of storms. I walk on water. I speak to wind. I still waves. But more than that, I still hearts. I still minds. I still the whirlwind within you that no one else sees. Right now, I'm stilling you, even as the storm rages on the outside. That's how powerful my presence is. It does not require perfect conditions to bring perfect peace. Child, can I remind you? You've survived before. And not just survived, you've grown. You've become wiser, kinder, more surrendered. And you're growing again, right now, even if it doesn't feel like it. This storm will not stop your destiny. It will reveal it. You are not going backwards. You are being purified, clarified, deepened. You are not losing everything. You are losing what can't stay for the next season. The people who walked away, I see your pain. But I am also creating space for those who will walk with you, the opportunities that vanished. I know how it confused you, but I am leading you to doors only I can open. The peace that seemed to disappear, I am restoring it, not as a fragile emotion, but as an indestructible reality rooted in me. So breathe. Let the tears come. Let the waves crash. But also, let me hold you. You are not called to be strong in your own power. You are called to rest in mine. And when you rest in me, you will rise again. Child, the storm is loud, but my voice is louder. And I'm saying again, I am the shelter in your storm. Child, you may wonder why I allow storms when I could stop them with a single word. And the truth is, I could, but I am doing something deeper in you than merely calming the weather outside. I am transforming the weather within. If I only removed every challenge, you might never discover the strength I've placed in your spirit. If I only gave sunshine, you might never know what it is to cling to me for light. If life was always quiet, you might miss the music that arises when you praise me in the chaos. And that's what you're learning now, beloved. Not how to avoid storms, but how to abide in me through them. Because the greatest miracle isn't always the storm being silenced. Sometimes it's the peace I give while it rages. Let me whisper this into your soul. You are growing even when it feels like breaking. You are healing even when the pain still pulses. You are rising even when the winds try to push you down. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not broken beyond repair. You are under construction, under my careful watch, under the shadow of my wings. I am building you through this. Every cry of, "Lord, I can't," becomes the beginning of, "Lord, I trust you." Every collapse becomes a moment I lift you up. Every time you thought it was over became an invitation to encounter my presence in a new way. Because, child, I am not only your shelter, I am your resurrection. Where others see ruin, I see resurrection. Where others see despair, I see design. There are things only storms can reveal, like which foundations were faulty, like which voices you never needed to follow, like which priorities were distracting you from what really matters. You've clung to things, some good, some necessary, some safe. But now I'm loosening your grip not to hurt you, but to free you. Because what you hold too tightly can't receive new things. And I have new things for you. New peace that's not dependent on circumstance. New joy that doesn't vanish with hardship. New strength that doesn't crumble under pressure. This storm is birthing something beautiful. But I know labor is painful. I know surrender feels like loss before it becomes liberation. That's why I keep whispering, "Don't be afraid. I'm still here." I'm not just here to calm the storm. I'm here to calm you. I'm here to wrap you in my love so securely that no amount of wind can pull you away. Do you feel like you've failed lately? Like you're not who you used to be? Like life has stripped away too much? Let me remind you, you are not who the storm says you are. You are not defined by the mess, the losses, the unanswered questions. You are still mine, still chosen, still covered in grace, still full of purpose. And I haven't changed my mind about you. Let that truth wash over you now like healing rain. Let it soak into the dry soil of your heart. You are safe in me. Not just safe from harm, but safe to feel, to grieve, to question, to rest. You don't have to hold it all together. You don't have to pretend you're unaffected. You just have to stay close to me, because the shelter is not a place. It's me. When you hide in me, you find everything you need. Comfort for the pain, courage for the unknown, clarity for the confusion. You may not have all the answers, but you have access to the one who holds them. And while the storm makes everything feel unstable, my promises remain unshaken. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. I will never stop working for your good. Look again at what you're standing on. It may feel like sinking sand, but underneath it all, I am the rock. You are not falling apart. You are falling into me. I see your tears. I see the nights you wake up startled by anxiety. I see the days you can barely speak because your heart feels heavy with the burdens of this world. And I want you to know, I'm not waiting for you to fix yourself. I'm holding you in the mess. I don't require perfection to offer protection. I just ask for trust. And even when your trust feels small, like a flicker in a hurricane, I still honor it. Because I don't measure your faith by its volume. I measure it by its direction. And when you look to me, even with trembling eyes, I move. You may not feel strong, but strength is not the absence of weakness. Strength is choosing to come to me, even when you feel afraid. And you've done that. And I'm proud of you. So here's what I want you to know, my child. This storm will pass. But what I build in you during it will last. Storms can shake the world around you, but they cannot shake my love. Storms can delay your plans, but they cannot derail your purpose. Storms can make you feel small, but in your weakness I am strong. Let that settle deep. Let it hold you like the arms of a father. Let it remind you, you were never meant to walk this alone. I'm right here. I've always been. And no matter how long the storm rages, you are not a victim to the wind. You are a vessel of my spirit. And my spirit is stronger. My spirit is steadier. My spirit is eternal. So stand firm, even if you're on your knees. You are surrounded. You are protected. You are deeply, deeply loved. I am the shelter in your storm. My child, now that we have walked together through the wind and the waves, I want to draw you into something even deeper. I want to give you vision beyond what the storm is showing you. I want you to see not only that I am with you, but that I am for you. The storm may have made you question everything, who you are, why you're here, what the future holds. But the answers don't come from the noise around you. They come from the quiet within, where I speak. Come back into that stillness with me now. Take my hand again. Close your eyes to the fear and open your spirit to my voice. Let me remind you, you are not adrift. You are anchored in me. The storm cannot erase the identity I have written on your heart. You are still my beloved. You are still my creation. You are still the one I formed before time began. The world may call you by many names: victim, struggler, survivor. But I call you something greater: overcomer, redeemed, mine. The winds have shouted at you that you are alone, but my whisper has never stopped saying, I am with you. Let me take you back to every storm you've endured. Remember the times you thought you would never make it. Yet here you are, and you are not just surviving, you are softening. Not just enduring, but deepening. Not just holding on, but becoming. Becoming more like me. Because storms don't stop your transformation. They accelerate it. They purify. They strip away what was false so what is true can shine brighter. You've clung to me in ways you never would have if life had stayed calm. You've leaned into my arms more tightly. You've prayed with rawness. You've trusted with trembling. And I've heard every word. Not a whisper from your lips has been lost. Not a sigh has gone unnoticed. And now I'm telling you, this storm has not just been endured. It has been holy ground. I have used every gust of wind to drive you deeper into my shelter. I have used every wave to wash away what no longer serves you. You may not feel stronger yet, but your roots are growing, and roots grow in storms. You may feel tired, but let me be your strength. You may feel confused, but let me be your wisdom. You may feel broken, but let me be your healer. Let go of trying to fix it all. Let go of trying to prove your worth. Let go of measuring progress by what others can see. You are being rebuilt from the inside out. That kind of construction takes time, and it's sacred. So stop comparing your storm to someone else's season. Stop measuring your pace by what others post. Your story is not behind. It is being handcrafted. You are not late. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where I am meeting you. And this storm, though it has shaken you, has not taken you out of my hands. In fact, it's led you closer to my heart. Come close again. Let me speak peace into your spirit. Let me pour oil on your wounds. Let me wrap you in the blanket of my mercy. You're safe here. You're safe now. Breathe in my presence. Breathe out your fears. Let my spirit steady you. You've been walking through fog, but I am the lamp to your feet. You've been walking through fire, but I am the one who walks in flames. You've been walking through floodwaters, but I am the one who parts the seas. There is no element you face that I am not Lord over, and there is no enemy that stands against you that I have not already overcome. Child, lift your eyes, not to the storm, but to the Savior, not to the news, but to the name above every name, not to your failures, but to the finished work I've done on your behalf. You are covered. You are shielded. You are carried. And not just now, always. What I began in you, I will finish. What I planted in your spirit, I will bring to harvest. This storm has not canceled your calling. It has only cleared the path. So walk forward, not in fear, but in faith. Not in your strength, but in mine. And even when the clouds remain, you will find light, because I am with you in the shadows. Even when the road is long, you will not grow weary, because I will renew your strength. Even when others don't understand what you've been through, I will validate every silent battle. You are not what you've lost. You are what I am restoring. You are not what you fear. You are who I've declared you to be. So rise now, not with pressure, but with peace. Not with performance, but with presence. Not with fear of failing, but with faith that I am faithful. You are still standing. You are still held. You are still mine, and I am still the shelter in your storm. My beloved child, you have walked with me through the winds, the waves, and the weary places of your soul, and still I say, I am here. I am not leaving. I have not left. I will not abandon you. You are mine. Storms will come and storms will go, but my love is eternal. My peace is everlasting. My presence is unfailing. And my arms, they will always be open for you to run into. When you feel the thunder rise again, when the clouds begin to gather, when fear whispers lies in the corners of your heart, remember this moment. Remember that I am your shelter. Not just in the past, not only today, but every single day you walk this earth. You will not be shaken, because I, your God, am unshakable. So walk on, child of heaven. Walk in peace, walk in hope, walk in confidence, because you are walking with me. And I, the shelter in every storm, will always lead you home. I am here. I am steady. I am your refuge. I am the shelter in your storm.